Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 review stuff. And I am back for another Starbucks review. Today I'm going to review an oldie but a goodie. I don't even know if they still have it here or not. But when Starbucks opened way back in the day, I'm so old. I'm the old man of YouTube. No, when Starbucks opened way back in the day and I started going through Starbucks, the drive-thru, I can actually remember the very first drive-thru that I ever went through. It's in Fishers, Indiana. I still go through sometimes to do reviews for this channel. But when I first started going to Starbucks, when we first started getting them in Indiana, I know that they existed in Washington and other places long before we ever got them. But one of the very first drinks that I ever got was the Cinnamon Dolce Latte. And that was like my go-to drink at Starbucks, which is so funny because that's like not anything that I would order today because I always just do a really basic iced coffee. So I thought I would go through here today and I would see if they still have the Cinnamon Dolce Latte. I don't know why they wouldn't. And I'm gonna review it for you today because this was like my old favorite drink. I loved it. And I even have some stories about it, which I'm sure is a huge surprise to you guys that I would have some stories. Oh my Lord.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you today?
Can I get a venti iced blonde Americano with one sugar substitute in it?
Sure. What sugar were you looking for? Splenda?
Splenda's good, yeah. Thank you.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Alright, venti iced Americano blonde with the Splenda. What, is that going to be all today?
Do you guys still have Cinnamon Dolce Lattes?
Yeah, year round. Yeah.
Year round? Okay. Can I get a grande Cinnamon Dolce Latte too?
Alright, grande Cinnamon Dolce Latte. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, 9:16 at the window.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
Josh is here today. So, I don't even know how I started drinking the Cinnamon Dolce Lattes. Can you see, I haven't even had, look at this. I need eye cream and coffee. Today! Stat, people, I need assistance. I need people. I don't need anybody. I'm a one-man show, and trust me, that's all I need over here. But I do need to get some eye cream. And there's a hair hanging off my hat. Hairy lipsticks. Anyway. I'm in such a good mood today. It is like kind of like misty rain outside and it's beautiful like fall weather because it's like cloudy and spooky and scary. It's like very Halloween weather. Anyway, I love anything cinnamon or cinnamon tasting. Like absolutely anything in the world. And cinnamon and like ice cream, cinnamon sugar toast, cinnamon anything. So I really, my eyes do look bad, my Lord. No paparazzi today when my eyes look bad. Anyway, that's why I use the Lush cup of coffee, the face mask in the morning because it pulls up my eye. True story, this is what I do in the morning before I leave. Not every morning, but some mornings. I use the, what is that one brand? It's real cheap, but I swear by it. Say Yes. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And there's like this Say Yes to Cucumber eye mask, and you put this eye mask underneath your eyes, and then I take the what do you call it? The cup of coffee face mask, which actually from Lush. The other one is the brand Say Yes. The cup of coffee face mask actually has coffee grounds in it, and I put it all over my face, and I mean, I feel like I have woken up for the day. True story. It's my turn, and I haven't even told my story about the Cinnamon Dolce Latte yet. Hold on a second. How are you?
How are you, Peter?
I'm good. It's a beautiful Halloween day outside. I'm pulling up my app. Hold on a second.
I wish it was like actually Halloween. This would be the perfect day.
I know. It is. It's like the perfect day for Halloween. Hey. Now, are you gonna dress up in a costume for Halloween?
I might. I don't know. I'll probably be working. To be honest.
Halloween is my favorite holiday.
I'm telling you that I'll be working my first job, and I won't be working here. Halloween's on a Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's on a Saturday this year.
I'm off here on Saturdays, but I work my other job on Saturdays.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Have a good one.
See you next time.
Okay. She's so sweet. So, okay, so I started getting the Cinnamon Dolce Latte when, like, they first introduced it or something, because it was at one point, like, a new drink that they had just introduced. And so I got it, and this is gonna sound so corny. I had, like, this whole trip, and the whole trip is just memories of Cinnamon Dolce Lattes. So, my ex, we had to go to New York City. I've only ever been to New York City, you guys, one time in my entire life. Can you believe it? Have I only been once? I think I've only been, well, I've like flown in and out, but I've only been to New York one time, like, and looked at the sights and stuff, and between you and I, once was enough. I don't need to go back. I didn't enjoy it. It was too fast paced. I did not even realize, true story, okay, when I went to New York for this trip, and then, which I just got to go along for the ride, so we, but I do remember we got there, and the company that he was working for booked us into this hotel that was kind of like off Times Square. It was this very artsy hotel, and it was cool, but the rooms were like the size of a shoebox. And it was right next to the Church of Scientology. And I can remember we got in the room and he goes, "Can you check and see if there are hotel rooms somewhere else close by?" I was like, what? So I got us into the W in Times Square. And let me just tell you, it was totally worth the money, because that was like part of one of the best things of the trip. So we stayed at the W in Times Square. Well, he had these classes that he had to go to. And we were there for like 4 days, 5 days. And it was in January. And it was bitter cold, because I can remember it was during, maybe it was January or February, because it was during, I think, the Golden Globe Awards. So anyway, because I remember we went across the street in Times Square. It was like some restaurant that they would have any place else in, like, Indianapolis or anywhere else. It was like a, oh shoot, like a Fridays or something. And I remember we got like 2 cheeseburgers, 2 french fries, 2 Cokes, and the whole bill came to like $120. I was like, what? Like, New York is so expensive. So when I went to New York, like, I always thought, like, I wanted to live in New York and I'd be like a city person, like, honestly, a city person. Country girls. That's a line from Little House on the Prairie, if you didn't know. When they're coming to Nellie Olson's birthday party, and Nellie says to Laura, "What dresses do you have on?" Because they're wearing their Sunday dresses for church. And she says, "We're wearing our Sunday best, Nellie." And Nellie looks at him and she goes, "Country girls." So anyway, I always have to put it in this cup. But, so then I went to Los Angeles, you know, like 2 years ago, and I always thought I might want to live in Los Angeles at some point too. No, I have no desire. It's not, I'm not, like, I love Miami. I love South Beach. I love it, okay? But there's like it's a slower pace to Miami and South Beach. I don't even know how to explain it. So I'm not a fast-paced city person. But anyway, you know, I do love movies. I'm a movie obsessed. And I had seen all of these movies through the years, right, that were in New York City. And some of my favorite movies, like Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Wiz. What were the other movies that I, like, walked up and down? There's so many. I had, like, this idea of, like, I had, like, 10 movies I'd written down, and I wanted to see where they were. So if you've never been to New York City, there's literally a Starbucks on every corner. Like, I'm not even lying to you, okay? And I spent 2 whole days just going in and out of these Starbucks and getting Cinnamon Dolce Lattes and walking up and down and, like, going to where the library was. Oh, what's that movie where, with Jake Gyllenhaal or Gyllenhaal, whatever his name is. So fine, is he not? I love him so much. But that movie where they're in the library, the end of the, you know, it's freezing over, that movie. But anyway, I went there and looked at that library. It's the same library that's in the movie The Wiz. I love the movie The Wiz. It's one of my favorite movies of life. And, when Diana Ross sings Home, not Home, she doesn't sing it, Lena Horne sings Home. But, at the very beginning, oh my God, I love that movie so much, when they're having Thanksgiving and then she goes into the snowstorm. Have you guys seen it? Oh my Lord. And Stephanie Mills, who did the Broadway version of, oh my God, I have that album, the whole album, I have both whole albums on my, anyway, so, I walked up and down all the streets of New York City and just drank Cinnamon Dolce Lattes, and that's what I remember about New York. I don't remember the restaurant. I mean, I remember going to eat out at some restaurants. We went to, like, this fancy club with some friends of his, and I remember that, and then we went to go eat at some restaurant that was in a movie that Will Smith was in. It was some, I don't know, like, Asian kind of fusion restaurant. I don't really remember much more than that, and I remember the hotel room, but mostly I remember walking around having Cinnamon Dolce Lattes, and it's a really good memory, actually. And it was really fun. It was like a moment. Do you ever have those moments by yourself? Like as an only child, because I'm an only child, I grew up learning to spend a lot of like moments by myself, and I appreciate those moments today. I like kind of having a day where I just, you know, walk around and look at sites that are important to me. So let's try the Cinnamon Dolce Latte. I have not, I mean, honestly, I don't think I've had this in years. So let me try this and see. And they have it year round on the Starbucks menu, so you can get it. Let's try it. It's so good. Why did I ever give this up? It's probably super fattening. Well, funny story. The reason why I started drinking iced coffee was because I'd seen an interview with Jessica Simpson, and she lost all this weight. Remember when Jessica Simpson lost like 100 pounds from Jenny Craig, supposedly, or Weight Watchers or whatever. But she said in this interview that she had switched her coffee, and all she did was drink iced coffee with 1 equal in it. And like she drank water and iced coffee, and that was it. And I started drinking iced coffee because if it worked for Jessica Simpson, well, hell, it should work for Peter. Bye. This is so good. Oh, I totally forgot how much I love this. And it's the perfect day for drinking this too, because it's so Halloweeny outside. Halloweeny. Happy Halloweener! Aww. Memories may be beautiful and yet misty watercolored memories of the way we were. It's one of my favorite movies of life. Anyway, I love you guys. Cheers, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.